Thank you. The fifth frame. Jack Lisowski to break.
You know, the narrative might appear simple here. The attractive Pottering break builder being pegged back by the cautious, conservative, defensive maestro. Partially true, but Mark Selby's made the two highest breaks of the night. And if you look at all of their meetings combined, he's had the four highest breaks in those. That's why he's so difficult to beat. He's multifaceted. He can win in so many different ways.
Yeah, and there's another great long pot. Hasn't been knocking the long pots in tonight. It's only 2 from 6, but a very important one at the beginning of this second session. Decided to play on the bottom red of the pack. Could have gone into them because he had a lovely angle on the black there, but decided to play for this red. And he'd be going into other reds here. He could bring a couple more reds into play.
9.
At least one, and anyway. Could have done with that cue ball just a little bit closer to the black. Having to dig down just makes the pot a little bit more difficult. No problem. But once again, a little bit
60.
closer to that cushion for comfort. These need a little care and attention, these type of shots. You're digging down the cue ball.
17.
Yeah, nicely played.
Yeah. Just went to Tom to play this. Can you just turn the volume down on your earpieces if you sat near the front, please?
Yeah, sometimes the players can hear the commentary from the earpieces if they're up a little bit too loud. It's just a little bit off-putting.
24.
When we're in, Ken, it's very off-putting.
$25.
And there was another lovely shot. Beautiful control. Using the pack. Trying to nudge some more reds into play. And watch this. Just loosened up the pack a little bit. But nicely top-sided the blue. And that's the thing about, you know, as you said, Phil, all the layers and facets of Mark Selby. That's what makes him such a great player. Now, if the balls are there to be potted, he can make the breaks. He's one of the best break builders in the game. But if the game goes a little bit scrappy, well, he's one of the best in that department as well. Such a tough match player and competitor. And that's why I think Stephen Hendry was saying in the studio that Jack Lisowski's got to get in early. He's got to get in first and score heavily and put his opponent under pressure. Couldn't do much about this frame, of course.
The only thing he can do is remain sharp in his chair, hoping against hope that Selby doesn't win it in a single visit.
Yeah, he has to realise that he is playing well. He's confident, cueing nicely. Just got to be patient for his chance when it comes along. He's got to take it.
You and I, Ken, have noticed all week.
Yeah,
that black has been just fading towards the top cushion, and I think it just went enough to facilitate that going in.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why he hit it to the far jaw of the pocket, expecting a little bit of pull towards top cushion.
$39.
The red at the bottom of the pack, just directly above the black pots. That's what he's come down to have a look at. So doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball here. Just drop the blue in. Looks perfect. And back in prime position.
44. $45.
This particular shot, he's pretty good at. Just had a look at the pack. He's got the pace if he wants to screw into the pack of reds. He's got the cue bar. But this time, didn't get as much Porsche as he normally does on the cue ball. Just have a look at the cue ball here. It doesn't really move that much through the pack. Normally so proficient at that shot. Still got one red to go at, but it's a little bit awkward into this bottom right corner pocket. Good recovery. And back. Top side of the blue. Perfectly.
$58. $59.
This has been a very professional frame from Mark Selby. Started off with excellence from distance. And now, bear in mind, they've just come out of the mid-session interval. He will want to remain at the table, clear up, and keep Lisowski cold.
$67.
Yeah, 70 ahead to 67 remaining.
70.
And as you said, Phil, it came from a wonderful
70.
opening red. And just have a look at this again. Beautifully cued off two cushions, perfect on the black. Excellent opener.
Live on the ITV Sport YouTube channel right now, it's Zhao Guodong against Tom Ford, and Zhao has taken a 3-2 lead. Tomorrow, the winner of that plays the winner of this.
$86. $87.
Yeah, nice appreciation from the crowd. Very knowledgeable crowd here at the Centaur. Cheltenham. Wonderful venue, good atmosphere, good crowd in tonight. And Selby serving up a nice treat here. You see it.
93.
We're at the racecourse.
94.
What about a horse racing analogy? Selby is a tried and tested stayer, but he's got pace as well.
$99.
Oh, he's definitely cracking the whip in this frame, Phil.
100.
His second century of the tournament. We've not seen the best of Mark Selby
105.
in front of the ITV cameras over the years in terms of winning tournaments. Maybe the
107.
hoodoo will end on Sunday.
$110. $114. $119.
Already Selby's highest break of the tournament, superseding his 110 against Wei in the last 32.
125. $132 on the frame. Mark
Crisp,
Selby.
clean, superb, total clearance, total class. Jack Lisowski falls behind for the first time in the match at 3-2.
Okay.
Mark Selby,
Frame 6. Mark Selby to break.
2 frames away from what would be his 61st ranking event semi-final. But given Jack Lisowski's inspirational qualities, there won't be any complacency from the man who's just hit the front.
Well, not the best break from Mark Selby. I think he's left this red into the right centre pocket. That was a little bit careless. Yeah. So, Jack, how are you going to respond?
One.
Good opener, and he's nicely on the blue. Yeah. It's the last thing you want to do. You've just made a wonderful break. You've kept your opponent in his chair for the whole frame. And then you give him an easy chance like that. Mark Selby will be furious with himself. Oh, this is a lovely shot. Lovely control, making that cannon to hold for the red into the opposite corner.
6.
As well as this red, of course, into the left corner. That was perfectly played. He needs a response, doesn't he, Phil? He needs a good break here just to, you know, keep that confidence and let his opponent know that
7.
if he makes a mistake, he's going to take it as well.
On that basis, I would say this is the most important visit of the match.
Yeah, nicely played. Wonderful opportunity here when potting
14.
this red now. Split some more reds into play. Screwing back off the pack, staying on the black. Oh, needs to slow down.
15.
Needs to slow down. A kiss on the red will do, yes. That's handy. Now, he's got to be careful with this black. As Phil said in the last frame, they slightly fall towards this top cushion. He's got to make sure he hits it to the other. Yeah, to the other jaw. He's done that nicely and held.
$22. 23. $30.
Yeah, nicely played. Played on over to the left-hand side of the table just to leave himself some more options.
31.
You can see I'm taking a little bit more time, just concentrating a little bit more. He knows the importance of this contribution.
36. 37.
Lisowski's highest break of the evening, but the cue ball has stopped short of where he wanted to be.
44. 45.
Yeah, nice recovery, but the cue ball is running away now, and he's sort of a little bit betwixt and between. If he screws down just past the blue on the right, he's got to make sure that he's got the gap for one of those reds into the left corner pocket. Could take the brown, but for a left-hander, it's not ideal. So this has to be precise, this positional shot here. Could go wrong. It could go wrong unless he gets the gap. Has he got the gap? I think he has. That little
48.
kiss on the blue certainly helped Perfect.
$49. $56.
These two loose reds on high value colours, and we'll put him into the position where Mark Selby will need a snooker, so he doesn't have to worry about going into that pack just yet.
57.
Just try and, that's why he's had a quick look at the scoreboard. So black, red, black will be enough. You see 64 ahead. Red and blue would
64.
put him 70 points in the lead with 67 on.
$65.
It's okay. We can cut this red in, but he's got to make sure of this. He doesn't want Mark Selby coming back to the table. No, he's missed it. Oh, and the last person you want in this situation is someone like Mark Selby. This frame is not over just yet.
That means pain.
What?
Whether he wins the frame or not, Lisowski, you know, more than likely he's going to be put through the ringer.
$8. $9.
You'd like to take after this black. The two reds that are up near the bulk line could do with getting two blacks from these reds, because then he'd only need one 4-point snooker. Now you may see him trying to get on the black from this red here. It's certainly not going to be easy, but that's why he's looking at the scoreboard. Two reds, two blacks, he'll need one 4-point snooker. Anything else, he's going to need two 4-point snookers. So that's why he's trying to get around to the black here.
17.
Doesn't want to kiss. Oh, well, it's not too bad. We'll take the black for sure and try and go up for that red that's close to the yellow. Yeah, good shot. Nice angle as well on this red.
24.
Back on the black. And the proximity of that last red to the pink couldn't help his matters in trying to get a snooker. He's just rechecking the scores, but he's okay. I mean, he could pot the last red and the black and try and get one 4-point snooker on the colours. That's a possibility as well.
Yeah, plenty of choice. And you know, with him, when it comes to tactical awareness, he'll make the right one.
32.
Well, he's going to try and get the snooker on the last red. Try and knock the red up into the bulk area. 4 or 5 cushions here and try and get that cue ball behind the black. He hasn't managed that, but
Mark Selby,
has he got the snooker on the red? Ooh, very, very close. But I think Jack can just about see the edge here.
Just looking ahead, if he could get the cue ball in behind the black at some point, there is room there now, and that would be a very troublesome snooker.
Great shot. It's not easy to swerve. He may come up and down the table here. It's sort of a big target near that cushion, but the swerve is a little bit more difficult. He's got to swerve around the brown and the yellow. Yeah, I think maybe coming up and down, but it's missable. The red is away from the side cushion, so there is plenty of room to miss this red.
Quickly, let me tell you, Zhao Guodong forging on 4-2 now on Tom Ford. Live on the ITV Sport YouTube channel.
Oh, good shot.
Mistimed that, didn't like it as soon as the cue ball made contact with the red.
Jack giving him a little taste of his own medicine here. Can he just see the edge of the red? Looks like he can. Trying to get it close to the pink, using the pink and blue as covering balls, but I think it's too hard, too pacey. Oh, that's not too bad. It's not as bad as it seems. Because the red has gone down, that means, of course, the 8 points can't be got by his opponent.
One of the very rare occasions you can gain an advantage from playing a foul shot.
He still needs 2 snookers, and, well, could be in a lot of trouble after this shot. Yeah. Very cleverly trying to put the yellow down close to the black as well.
Jack Lisowski, welcome to the Pleasure Dome.
He said he was going to be put through the ringer, and he certainly is. He's wasting a lot of nervous energy, needless nervous energy. He's got to be careful here. He doesn't want to get too much side on it and hit the black. That would be, well, wouldn't be any good for him. He's got to be careful. He's swerving it slightly, trying to create the angle. Oh, good shot. Good shot. It was pretty close to the black as well. And of course, if he hit the black, Mark Selby could possibly draw with the remaining 6 colours. So it was a nervy one.
Living dangerously.
Lots of oohs and ahs from the crowd. Now what does Mark Selby do? Does he pot the yellow and try and get that cue ball back up into the bulk area and lay a snooker on the green? Yeah, that's what he's trying.
Two.
Well, this is not great. He's too close to the ball cushion. Wanted to be a little bit over towards that green. Make snooker a lot easier. Trying to nestle that cue ball in behind the brown. Oh, he's played this very well. What a shot. What a shot. Excellent.
Why did you sound surprised, Ken?
Well, it was a lot more difficult than he made
Oh,
it
on the
look.
scoreboard. Just wait a second, Jack, sorry.
Just wondering about a discrepancy
Yes.
with the scoreboard. The
Yes.
marker is Leo Scullion.
Yeah. So what are the scores now?
Yeah, that is incorrect. The yellow that
So it's
Selby
38,
potted
70. Right,
is not
okay.
on there.
So Jack, the scoreboard's it's not working at the moment. Mark's 38. Mark's 38, you're 70. Okay. Yeah.
Rob, let me try adding and see if I can.
All right. Yeah. We'll carry on though. Yeah.
He's answering everything that Selby's throwing at him at the moment. Another really good escape.
This time the white in behind the brown, green around the angles. Trying to get that once again close to the black. But hasn't got the snooker. Jack doesn't want to move that black from the top cushion. He wants to leave it there. Ooh. Just wondering, will Mark Selby try and knock the green onto the black or the cue ball onto the black and try and dislodge it from this top cushion? Well, maybe he didn't have the angle there, but he's got a decent snooker behind the pink. Shouldn't be a problem to hit the green, but there might be a little gap between that. Yeah, just about. Oh, the cue ball. It's not going close to the yellow. Oh, hold on. It might be a snooker back here. What a shot this is.
Foul.
That
was
is
asking for-
uncharacteristic.
on the front.
So Mark Selby broke off left to red. Jack Lisowski made 70, and ultimately that proved good enough to get back on level terms at 3-3. Before a ball was struck this evening, this match had a very intriguing look. A clash of styles, two of the game's very best current members of the top 16. Mark Selby trying to add to his immense portfolio of success. Jack Lisowski looking to finally make the breakthrough and capture a world ranking title. This contest has not disappointed. Someone who might be disappointed, though, is Tom Ford, and I can tell you the reason for that. On table 2, Zhao Guodong 4-up on Ford. He's nicely in amongst the balls as well. We had 5 Chinese players reaching the last 16 here. 3 of them through to the quarterfinals. For the People's Republic, Zhao is the last man standing. But he's got a wonderful chance of progressing to the last 4. Jack is back, so here we go with frame 7.
Thank you. The 7th frame. Lisowski to break.
Couple of hours of compelling snooker, and really it was only the one lengthy frame, 44 minutes the 4th. Apart from that, they've gone by in a flash.
This time he misses the long red to the left corner. He's a little bit unlucky to leave the red over the left centre. Just coming around to have a look at the angle. As long as he avoids the yellow on the way down. He wants to avoid the yellow on the way down, and well, it could be end of break unless that yellow cuts in, and I don't think it, well, from this angle, I don't think it does. Even if he pots it, no certainty to get on the red.
Yellow ball.
Yeah, I think he's just being a little bit more prudent here and just taking his medicine.
Lisowski
didn't want that kiss on the yellow. So end of break.
Thank you, Mark.
It's a big night for Jack Lisowski, playing one of the world's best on home soil. Lots riding on it as well. If he wins this evening, he'll leapfrog Rob Milk into the rankings, going to the top 12. As it stands, he'd be in the top 10 on the one-year list. So appearances in the the World Grand Prix and maybe the Players' Championship would be looking good. But most of all, it's the kudos of beating Selby on a big occasion. Well, the cue ball drifted, but it didn't even reach.
Mark Selby 4. Yeah. Yeah, it's that one. Jack.
Two players having a little chat amongst themselves there.
Leo, can we just
Mark
check
Selby
the distance
asking
from the cushion?
Jack Lisowski, did the cue ball drift a little bit? It's no fault to the table really, because
to you.
at that pace, Phil, you could go over a finger mark or anything, couldn't it, and deviate off its line.
Okay.
Just again, but to the right, towards the pocket.
Leo, I think, Jack, just have a look at that line, because it's that red that's full ball that you'll be going for. Yeah, okay. Leo, we're all right, I think.
He's
We're
going
all
to
right,
play another shot anyway, so.
Mark? Yeah. One.
Very nicely floated.
Six. Seven.
Yeah, it's a wonderful positional shot, knocking the red out away, holding for the black.
40.
A little bit surprising he didn't play that with a bit more pace.
$50.
Could have done with a bit more pace on the cue ball there, because blue was not available into the top right hand corner pocket, the green pocket as we call it. So might have to be green here to get back
Green
for
ball.
that red, just to the right of the pack. Oh, it's a tremendous shot. Great pot.
80.
Things are looking up for Leicester. Tom Ford was dead and buried against Zhao Guodong. He was 63-0 down in frame 7. Zhao missed
90.
what was essentially, if not mathematically, a frame ball green. And Ford has just cleared up to win it by a single point. 4-3 Zhao instead of 5-2. Thank you very much. There's Tom Ford. He must be feeling very good indeed.
26. $27.
Good stuff over there on table 2, live at our ITV Sport YouTube channel. Great stuff here, though. Thrust and counter thrust.
Yes, no doubt. The players have picked up after the interval.
34.
Last of the loose reds. Imperative gets a nice angle on the black now.
35.
This is the one shot that he's normally so good at. Lots of top spin off this top cushion into the pack. You watch the cue ball, it'll sort of arc into the pack here. He's okay. He's got a red into the left center.
42. $43. $50. $51.
Looks like being similar to frame 5.
56.
Selby clinical thus far. Having gotten in with a really good red.
$57.
Yes, cue ball has been exemplary in this break. Only once he had to continue to break with a really good green. But other than that, been top quality. Don't think that pink will go there. Well, goes on the highest available, which is The yellow.
63.
So 66 ahead, 67 remaining. But Mark Selby has got a lot more in his mind here. He wants to keep his opponent
64.
firmly rooted in that chair. He won't be coming back to the table anytime soon. Quick look at the score. I don't think he'll try and dislodge the two reds. I think he'll just maybe peel off the loose red.
$71. Spider, did he say that? Cheers.
Appropriate applause. That was a tough shot.
72. $79.
Targeting another century on the
80.
road to 800. This would be 783 in his professional career. Not bad for a grinder.
87. $88.
Now, can he get that cue ball? Right behind this red here. I wonder will he try and get behind it or try and bring it out? No, just behind it. That's pretty good.
94.
It's been clinical, hasn't it, this break? He's gone through the pack. Oh, sharp as a surgeon. Excellent break from Mark Selby. Deserves a century.
95.
Not an easy black for the century though. Went into a blind pocket.
Mark Selby, 95.
Denied the century, but not the frame. Selby one up, a possible two to play. Jack Lisowski has it all to do. Welcome
Thank you, the
back
eighth
to
frame.
the Centaur Arena on
Mark Selby
Cheltenham
to right.
Racecourse. Jack Lisowski lives just down the road in Churchdown. But even though you're a local hero,
Mark
Jack, you
Selby to
can't
right.
break off out of turn. Xiao Guodong, this is a really good effort considering the previous frame was stolen from him. He's on a break of 61 again, on the verge of victory. Had one extraordinary slice of positional luck in the break, but he's making the most of it, capitalising to the full.
Safety error from Mark Selby gives him a chance at this red. Good pot, but the pace of the cue ball is way short of that top side of the blue, so he's going to have to take this blue into the green pocket. Pressure on this. No problem. No problem. Excellent pot. Now,
6.
this has to be cued nicely. Try and get top side of the blue once again.
7.
Not top side of the blue, but shouldn't be a problem in and out of ball for that red. Just left of the pink. Yeah, good shot.
12. $30.
Switching hands, playing with power, and he's actually executed that on the button.
Yeah, that was a wonderful shot. His opposite hand. Yeah, big shot coming up. He's looking at trying to go into the pink. Try and open, well, a good few reds. Always trust a little bit of luck, and you've got to be careful that there's no plants on, and a possible red could go into a corner pocket. But you're always trusting a little bit of luck when you play this shot. But if he hits the pink full ball, surely he's going to be on a red. Didn't hit the pink full ball. And how's his luck? Is he on this red into the corner pocket?
80.
Just about.
Stoic from Xiao Guodong. He's just made a century break. He's going to be in the semi-finals with a 5-3 victory over Tom Ford. He could complete victory yet with the highest break of the tournament.
$19.
Well, that was a really good shot. Better shot than it looked. He could play the blue here. Hasn't looked at it yet. Likes the yellow. Problem for Jack is that pink and black are still tied up. So he's having to work really hard for this break. Once again, imperative he gets top side of the blue, or if not, nice angle on one of these ball colours.
.22.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Nicely played.
Oh, double whammy, missing the blue, and then
22.
The reds opening up.
Well, it was a shot he didn't have to play. He's playing with a lot of topspin off 2 cushions, trying to split the pack. An aggressive shot, but he didn't really need to play it. There were 2 loose reds still there. Didn't expect to miss the blue, of course. But have a look.
Yeah, Selby stepping back from the table because there's a warm round of applause, and rightly so. Zhao Guodong has beaten Tom Ford 5-3. I'll wait for the shot and tell you more.
One.
Zhao put the seal on victory with a 140 total clearance. Having lost the last frame from well in front, that's some effort. So we're going to have 4 different nationalities in the semi-finals. But which Englishman? After that, Jack Lisowski might be suffering the blues.
Seven.
I think the fact that he was just concentrating on getting that cue ball into the pack off 2 cushions just completely took his eye off the blue. Now, will he get another chance? The only thing I will say, that red, that's close to the black.
10.
That's the only sort of, you would have to say he's going to have to bring that into play at some stage. And of course he's got that red on this left hand side
11.
cushion. They're the only real 2 safe reds. And possibly a saving grace for Jack Lisowski if he has any hopes of getting back to the table. So he's got a bit of work to do, Max Selby, even though he's got plenty of reds in the open. But to finish the frame from this position, he's going to need at least one of those reds that are tied up.
$16. $17. $22.
Level board. But Selby's at the table.
Yeah, choice of 2 reds here. Could play the red that's closest to the pink spot and then the pink into the left center pocket. That's a possibility. He's going to try and get on the pink here.
23.
It's a mistake. Slight mistake. Badly hampered here by the pink.
29.
Just only dropped this red in. Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it. Yeah, it was a mistake.
Mark
It was
Selby,
a mistake.
29.
I couldn't see him missing the red. But he has done. A reprieve for Jack Lisowski.
Normally very reliable cueing over balls, Mark Selby. I was with you, Ken. That came as a shock. A pleasant surprise for Lisowski.
Yeah, it was just the previous shot where he had the chance of taking that red away from the pink spot. He chose to play the red into the middle instead, and it just went wrong from there.
Cheers, Jack. Thank you.
Short. He's going to have to maneuver that cue ball in and out of the ball. It's not going to be easy. Not a great angle on the blue. May go between brown and yellow. Lots of left-hand side. Oh, this looks good. Very, very good from there. Excellent shot.
6.
He's glancing at the scores. He's 1 point behind. He knows that he's going to need the 4 remaining reds. And it's not going to be easy. He's contemplating of bringing the red and black into play, but I don't think it's a good idea off this shot. But he's played it nicely. Maybe it is a good idea. Maybe it's a very good idea, Phil. He played that beautifully.
He did indeed in that. The obviously problematic red is better for a left-hander than a right-hander.
Well, that was just a wonderful shot, that last shot. When he got a contact on the black, a heavier contact, and he wouldn't have been on anything, but it's certainly opened things up now. Great opportunity here.
$30. 14.
And this
20.
is the red. It's the last one in the open. Just
22.
scrambles. Just scrambles it in.
I'd say his heart skipped a little beat there. Wiped its feet, but what's better for Jack, he's got a nice angle just to stun this cue ball right close to this red over on this left-hand side cushion. And this looks pretty good. Yeah, that's okay. Because he can reach it as a left-hander, and he's got a nice
29.
angle just to drop it in. Oh! Wow. Wow, I didn't think that was going. Have a look at this.
The last red was Jaws 3, but Lisowski now could be in to net a big fish.
$39.
We're going to a decider. Great break this from Jack Lisowski. Shown a lot of character here, without a doubt. and done it his own imitable
42.
style. Lots of panache, lots of fluency, and bundles of confidence. Few
46.
heart-rendering moments in there. Those two reds into this left corner pocket. Well, they took their time going in, but this has been wonderful.
51.
Absolutely wonderful.
He dug
57.
deep against Sean Murphy, against Fergal O'Brien also. And now against Mark Selby.
64
We're
in the
going
frame.
to the wire.
Lisowski.
A best of 9 distilled into a single frame shootout. From our very first match here on Monday, we're seeing some wonderful snooker. The match we're watching now is a cracker, and I'm sure tomorrow's first semi-final will also be Mark Williams against Hossein Vafaei. We've got a player through from Wales, from Iran, from China, who will represent
Thank you. The
England.
deciding frame. Jack Lisowski to break.
Oh, poor break off. We've seen a couple of them tonight, and well, the last thing you want to do is do it in a final frame decider. First chance for Mark Selby. Oh, he's missed it. Well. Well, well. It's there. And he's on the black. It's not a great angle on the black. He has got an angle. He could go into the pack, but could play for one of the loose reds. What does he do?
Lisowski
Yeah,
what?
it wasn't ideal. He didn't go into the pack fully committed. He just tried to go into the loose red and brush off that. Took his eye off the pot and chance missed.
Three balls missed already in this tension-packed frame. Two from Selby, one from Lisowski. That's what deciders do.
And the red is potable, but well, it's far from easy. And he's going to roll up to the pack here, and we're going to have a re-rack. Because with that red over the corner pocket, I'm sure Mark will ask him for a re-rack.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Well,
let's start again.
Yeah, the nods of appreciation, of acknowledgement that they were going nowhere, and so the stalemate was thankfully short. It's the deciding frame, take two. Last night, you know, Mark Selby came through a 74-minute decider against Dave Gilbert. As for Jack Lisowski, well, earlier on in the tournament, he produced that spellbinding clearance to beat Sean Murphy 4-3 on the black. They've both engaged in special brinkmanship this week, but only one of them will emerge victorious this evening.
Yeah, and I'm sure Jack will want to make sure that he doesn't bring a red up off the break off here. Full concentration required, even with the break off. It's much better. Well, a round of applause, but is very careless because this red is potable. That cue ball should have been 2 or 3 inches right into the middle of the pack, should have been nowhere near the corner of the pack, and because he's done that, he's knocked this red on. Chance for Selby already.
Well,
good shot.
You cannot drop your guard for a second. Your concentration, even with the simplest of shots, has to be spot on. That one shot, well, it could be his last.
Eights.
Nice angle when potting this red. He may be able to bring some more reds into play here. Tried to.
9.
Slightly gone wrong here. May have to take the blue into this bottom right corner pocket. The green is the easier shot, but a lot more difficult to get position. That was the wrong shot for me. We should have
12.
been a bit more braver there, Mark Selby, and taken the blue on. He puts the blue into the bottom right-hand corner pocket. He's got 2 reds into the right centre. Now it's end of break.
Mark Selby 12.
This is the 5th time a match between these two has gone to a decider. Lisowski has won 3 of the previous 4. Just get the sense Selby's feeling a little tense. But of course that also applies to his opponent, who could have done plenty of damage there.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? That both players have probably made more mistakes in this final frame between the re-rack and this frame than they have in all the frames after the interval. There's nothing like a final frame decider. We've seen some great ones already this week. That man was involved in a wonderful one, as you mentioned, Phil, against Sean Murphy. Mark Selby, well, that 70-odd minute frame last night against Dave Gilbert, finished on the black with Dave Gilbert potting the white on a black ball finish. Almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, there's something about it, isn't it? There's always something about a last frame decider, and particularly when a semi-final is at stake. He'd love to take this red on, but it's very dangerous. There is a gap between those 3 reds and the black and the red next to the top cushion, but it's a very small gap. He's got it. He's got the pot and he's got the gap. 1. Great shot. Brave shot.
Lisowski 1.
And that was a very good touch as well on these very fast tables to nestle in behind a ball killer. That takes some doing at any stage of a match, let alone when it's nerves jangling.
Yeah, a bit of a knee trembler, as they say, Phil. Delicate little shot. You leave that short, of course, it's a foul and a possible free ball. Yeah, let's have a look at this little shot again. Just about. Great pace, great touch. Yeah, what can Mark Selby? He's normally such a master, genius at this particular type of shot, getting out of snookers and making sure that he doesn't leave a possible pot. Great knowledge of the angles. That red just to the right of the pink. If he could hit that full ball, he'd be okay, almost dead weight. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to hit this red full ball. And he has done. Great shot. Very well played.
The ultimate Green Bay's escapologist strikes again.
Yeah.
Simply terrific crowd in here tonight. And the arena was full with an hour to go before they broke off. Very enthusiastic. They know their snooker. They knew they were in for a treat. And Lisowski and Selby have duly delivered.
Yeah, this is where you have to be careful when you're playing these type of shots. That's why he's come down to have a look at the pack. He wants to avoid the possibility of knocking a red towards his left corner pocket. He's had a good look at the pack. He wants to try and make minimal contact on this red so he doesn't disturb too many. It's not great. It's not great at all. He has left one, but certainly not easy. Gonna need all his cue power here to knock this in and try and get on the blue.
At first glance, he might have left a red to a distant green pocket. He has.
One.
Yeah, nicely cued from Mark Selby. He's got a couple of reds to go at here. He'll come around, have a look at the pink. It's available into this bottom left corner pocket, so if he doesn't get up top side of the blue, that pink will be perfect.
Five.
Played for the pink here, and it'd be interesting. It may still be enough room for it to go back in its own spot. Yeah, looks plenty. And it may still be available into the right centre pocket.
11.
So you could just screw back for the pink here. That's what he's having a look at, and then maybe leave a nice little angle on the pink to try and dislodge another red or two.
$12.
Well, just looking at those two reds, Phil, they look like a plant into this bottom right corner pocket. He's coming around just to check. There's a slight gap between them, but there you see it. Not exactly dead set, but shouldn't be a problem to make it.
$80. 90.
Right into the heart of the pocket. And even if Selby can't win the frame at this visit, he can certainly build a substantial advantage.
He's got a lovely angle when potting this pink. He'll bring these two reds into play here. Yeah.
$25.
Ooh, this is very short. Wow, what has he done there? Well, he's so much margin for error. What has he done there? What a mistake. on Selby like anywhere above the pink. Even if he goes too far, he'd have the blue. That was such a bad shot. Oh, this will tell you how Mark Selby is feeling. He's not even looking at the blue here. He's going to play a safety shot. He wants to put a colour safe and try and get that cue ball tight to the ball cushion.
Mark Selby, 26.
There are certain players who are past masters at nursing and safeguarding a lead, but that doesn't mean Selby's not disappointed to leave the table so early.
Well, this is a shot you can't refuse. He has to take this on. He refused an easier blue than this, and this is certainly not easy. Oh, good shot.
One.
Lots of top spin. What a shot. That could be a frame and match winner. Couldn't have cued that any better.
That shot had total authority. And now there's no debate, no dispute. This is a frame and match winning chance.
Three.
Jack looks on, but he will feel that, well, it's going to have to be another monumental mistake from his opponent if he's going to get back to the table. .40 points ahead. 3 of these reds with colours would be enough.
4.
This is the third deciding frame finish Selby's been involved in this season. It would be 3 out of 3 if he were to win it. When the pressure is at its most intense, he's one of the most dependable cuemen
10.
in the game's history.
Yeah, particularly in last frame deciders. I wouldn't say he's lost too many. I'd say he has a very high percentage of winning them.
11.
One more red after this pink, and it's all but over. Jack Lisowski in this year's British Open.
70. $18.
A wonderful red that started this little break. Jack Lisowski gave it his all, but in the end it just came up a little bit short.
24.
He'll be back, no doubt about that. Plenty more tournaments in the season, and hopefully we'll see him on the winners' rostrum and claim that first ranking title. He deserves it, but it's not his night tonight. Mark Selby, just that little bit too good.
31.
in this final frame.
32.
The tension is out of the cue arm, and Selby is able to pot an absolute
38.
cracker.
39.
All of those players out there in leagues and amateur events who suffer with nerves, you have to fully respect Mark Selby. He's got that knack of being able to produce
45.
when needs be. That's
47.
why he's a truly great champion.
$50. $54.
No 74-minute decider this evening.
$59.
This decider has been decisive.
$65.
All from that authoritative red from distance. Thumped it in. And did the rest.
Mark Selby, 65.
As Ken said, Jack Lisowski's quest for a maiden ranking title continues. This weekend, Mark Selby will go in search of ranking title number 23. He's beaten Jack Lisowski by 5 frames to 4. We'll hear from them after the break.